Do you guys want to buy some shoes? This is a clicky crab claw.
We have a smorgasbord of bolts here.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Thank you guys so much for checking out the last few videos. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it was our trip to Easter Jeep Safari, and we're doing something a little bit different today. But before, I love you guys, and it'd be awesome if you could subscribe, because we are trying to do more of these and show you a little bit more into our life. And today, we are doing something not really that kind of new, just because he always buys bikes and everything. But Drew blew up his bike a little bit. What was that, last week?
Yeah,
Sunday. So Drew blew up his bike on Sunday. He was beating everybody, by the way, when he did it. Go, babe. But he blew it up, and now we are down to no running bikes except my own. I want to ask you, what are we doing today?
Buying another bike.
Ding, 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 buying another bike. And what is it about this bike that makes you want to get it?
It's cheap. It's really cheap. Little history of pit bikes here. The CRF 110, the KLX 110 came out in 2002. It's got a revamp in 2010 and is in its current configuration right now. The CRF 110 came out in 13, and then in 19 got a revamp to fuel injection. So the creme de la creme, the top-notch, top dog, in my opinion, is the CRF 110 with electric start, with fuel injection. So I'm home for another 3 days. I really want to ride pit bikes. Hopped on the old marketplace, found this unit for really, really cheap. So we're heading to not the mecca of motorsports by any stretch of the mind. We're in actually downtown Phoenix. So this bike's kind of a shady deal.
Wait. And when he means shady, it's a possibility that it's not legit. As in, it's not registered. We're not sure if it has any paperwork, but we're here for an adventure.
But it's also roached.
It's also roached?
Yeah, it's pretty roached.
All right, so we're gonna see it.
But I have enough spare parts at the house and stock takeoffs that I can make anything run, so.
All right. Well, we are about to do this. We've taken the Ranger. Drew's ready. I'm ready. Let's see if we pick up a new pit bike today, and if we're going to go riding later on today. How much do you think you can get this for?
I mean, you want actual numbers?
Yeah.
I'm only paying $1,000 for it.
You're only paying $1,000.
Yeah.
Do you think you can get it for $850?
No, because he's asking 16.
What? Wait a minute. So you're going to try to get this for $600 cheaper?
I only brought 1,000, so if I can't, I'm not getting it.
Okay. Oh no, this can't be good. What happened?
Apparently he's down the street.
Okay.
And he needs to come here now. Said he's in a gold Camry.
Okay.
Which is also not a dirt bike vehicle. My tow rig was a Oldsmobile Delta Royale 88. But again, I don't think this guy's a big pit bike enthusiast.
All right, so the guy just showed up. We are waiting for him. Well, I'm still in the truck, but Drew's waiting for him to go get it, bring it out, check it out. You guys, I don't know if I need another pit bike, but if you've ever been to the house, you've seen all the pit bikes, and for some reason, Drew just absolutely loves Facebook Marketplace. I think it's the adrenaline, the rush, I don't know. So we're about to see what this pit bike is gonna look like. Do we get the pit bike? Do you think it's going to be worth it? He did say he had all the parts at home to make it a little bit better. We're going to see how it's going to run and see what happens. And there he goes.
Many minutes later.
I can't believe he actually did it. Nothing surprises me anymore, though. I can't believe you did that.
What? Bought a 110 for $1,000.
Yes.
That's so good.
You need to start driving before he changes his mind.
Yeah, not a dirt bike community. They had no idea what they had.
How much is it worth?
As it sits, probably 1,500 to 2. I could probably get 2 out of it if I really struggled hard, but it's pretty roached. Needs a shifter, needs a foot peg. But again, that's all things we have sitting at the house. So I'm gonna get home, spend 10 minutes putting parts on it, and then I could easily get 2,500 bucks for it with just the stuff I have sitting at the house. So
instead, we're gonna go ride. So once we get home, I want to look at it. I'll have Drew point out everything that needs to be done, and hopefully we can catch a few laps before the sunset. So we had to make a little pit stop. One of my favorite revolving sushi bars.
sushi.
Everything is great. Thank you so much. This is honestly my favorite spot. So I had to convince Drew to say, hold up, wait a minute. We're going to have some sushi.
There's raw fish on a conveyor belt.
All right, guys, good morning. So after yesterday's sushi, I decided that I just wanted to come back and hang out, but here we are. This is the pit bike that we got yesterday. Can't believe Drew got it for the amount that he did. We are going to finally take it out of the Ranger. Drew's going to look it over and tell us what we're working with. I mean, are you excited about this?
It's pretty hammered.
Is it?
Yeah. It's still a good deal because the parts alone are worth well over $1,000. But it's like missing tons of bolts.
So what are we missing here?
This is like a seat bolt.
Okay.
And then like that holds the seat on. So it's not really a bad thing. It's just annoying that you don't have a way to hold the seat on. And then like all the fenders are cracked. You can obviously tell it was laid down. There's a bunch of loose bits. But again, we have all these spare parts and bins over there, including a skid plate. So I think step one is I'm going to take the foot peg bracket off, throw that one away because obviously that one's completely wadded. And I have a stock foot peg bracket I'm going to then put on. And I also have a spare skid plate I'm going to put on it. And then that way we can put it on the stand and start evaluating, changing bars, finding bolts for the seat, checking the oil, making sure this thing doesn't just blow up on us day one. That's bent. I've never seen that bent before. But hey, here we are. Oh, it wasn't bent. It just wasn't on all the way. That's cool. Fix that. That's done. Yeah, this thing was definitely... It's super interesting to me because, like, if you look, the brake's completely maxed out. And, like, why that is, I have no idea. Also, there's no chain adjuster on here. That's awesome. Just realized that. But he does have a rim lock, which is super weird because they don't come stock with that. So somebody had to be mindful enough and know what a rim lock was to actually drill a hole there and add a rim lock to a 12-inch bike, which is not a normal thing. So, I don't know, it's just a weird bike. It's fun to go through them and see what's going on. But go through this thing, put another set of bars on it, and go take it out in the desert and see how it does.
Perfect. Let's do this. Oh, and by the way, it's raining today, which means that the single track that is behind our house in the National Forest is going to be prime. So not only is Drew going to make sure that the bike is all set to go, but then that means I'll be able to bring my 110 out. We are going to go riding, show you a little bit about the single track that is behind our house here. It's going to be a great day. These are some of our other bikes, like Drew was talking about. This is actually our friend Jim's bike that he bought from his cousin, family member, not sure, but for 500 bucks with these random boxes that you guys see right here. And Drew was able to put that all together. Here's Drew's off-road Grom that you see here. Here's his pit bike that he blew up last week, so the reason why we picked up that one. And then here's my little semi-stock, not stock, super stock, but can win 4th place wins. This is it. Except I think I need new handlebar covers and stuff like that. But I did get a new brake lever, so I don't have to break it anymore. It actually stayed.
It's balancing.
It's balancing.
Yeah, got it. So both seat bolts are missing. He just slammed a different one in there. Set of stock bars. Which is perfect because this one is duct tape. So every time you touch it, you get covered in goo. So I don't have any aftermarket bars here, but I don't want to get covered in goo. So I'm going to put stockies that I've been keeping forever for some reason on. Those are bent also. Skid plate. Stock peg bar with non-bent pegs. Yeah, we're going to start at the bottom, work our way up. Good news, took the battery out. Battery is taking charge, so we're gonna see how good the battery is. You can tell they've been in the battery before because they had wires hanging out of it randomly. So this is a good exercise to pull it all apart and just kind of undo what they've been doing.
Bin of spare parts.
That's only one of 3.
It's one of 3?
Yeah. Look how handy they are.
Listen, I never want to hear how many shoes, how many purses, how many little knickknacks, how many plants I have in this house.
When was the last time you were buying shoes off Marketplace and you're like, oh, I have a pair of shoes we can use parts
That's
from?
kind of gross. Who would buy shoes off Marketplace? Yo, I have this heel, and this heel would fit perfectly with these stilettos.
Totally. That doesn't happen. That's why you keep 3 bins of spare parts, including stock pit bike.
But nobody is buying. Let us know down below if you think buying shoes off Facebook Marketplace is 1A, disgusting. 1B, really disgusting. Why are you laughing back there?
If you put shoes on Marketplace, I bet there's some people out there that would buy them.
They do. I mean, I see the ones like on, they're like, hey, I've got these Louboutins, wore once, the red bottoms.
I bet some old dudes would buy the shoes from you.
Do you guys want to buy some shoes? Would they be better after we go ride some pit bikes?
We'll trade for off-road parts.
We'll trade for off-road parts. And back to one of the 3 piles.
Bam! About to double the value of the bike with that thing. I'm hoping he didn't blow the foot peg mounts out of it. I'm about to find out.
The clicky crab claw. Let me see this. Hold on. So as you guys know from previous videos, I don't call things by their real names. This is a clicky crab claw. 14 mil clicky crab claw. Crab claw, clicky. Clicky or crab claw. There you go.
It's amazing news.
It's amazing news?
Yeah.
What are we working with?
I was super nervous that these bottom holes were stripped out,
Okay.
and they are not.
Oh,
He was just using 2 bolt, which was a recipe for disaster.
okay.
And which how roach the rest of this thing was, I thought for sure it was done for. But we have threads in all the holes, which anyone that's been riding pit bike for any amount of time knows that blowing the bottom foot peg holes out is the worst. But this bike is perfect.
Are you going to take off the kickstart thing?
No.
No?
No, because that's the only way to start this bike right now.
Oh, okay.
When the battery dies, it still turns the key on, and the kickstart's the only thing that works. And for some reason, as long as you drive it, no matter how long you drive it, I don't know if the alternator doesn't have enough juice to actually charge the battery, but it won't charge the battery enough to actually use the kickstart, or the electric start again. So this bike without the kickstart won't start. That's why the battery's on the trickle charger now, hoping I can get some more life back in it.
Got it.
Again, the only things that are destroyed on it are the things we're going to replace anyway to make it adult rideable. So it's a great buy at this point.
We just found this Faster Minis. Big shout out to you for when we were doing my bike, sent everything over. So this is an older one that came off my bike. Drew now says we could put it on this bike. So I take this little hose out.
Correct.
Whoop. Turn this. Perfect. What do I do now? Pull the hose?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It doesn't come out.
Pull it.
Oh,
Got
there
her.
we go. You weren't kidding. All right, so then I put this one back on.
Yep.
Perfect. This back in.
Yep.
I should wait first. Turn, turn, turn. Neat. Look at me, guys. Master mechanic, graduated MMI, or something like that. So in Drew's many buckets of find great things, we found this from Faster Minis, and he asked me if it had a stock one right here, well, underneath here. So Drew's gonna replace this one on there, and he says we can start in any gear now, right?
Yep. Neutral safety delete.
There we go, neutral safety delete.
Safety's for losers.
Safety is not for losers.
Bam. Neutral safety delete done.
As you can tell, Drew has done a lot of things. And I put the gas cap on. And I'm really good at camera skills. So what are we doing now, though?
Putting the non-bent, non-gross stock bars.
It's starting to come together. You did mention that it was a little bit better than you expected.
Much better, yeah. The bones are good. And pretty much whatever happens with this bike, whoever ends up getting it is going to be pretty pumped about how cheap it is and how intact it is, really. Pretty good little unit so far. Just got to ungrossify it.
Ungrossify it? Yeah. So a little rundown. What have we done so far? When I say we, I still mean you.
I put a neutral safety delete on it, took the battery out, fixed the wiring harness routing, put the battery in the trickle charger, pulled the pegs off, put new peg bar on because the other one was severely bent. Found some like missing bolts, and from extra stock just threw bolts in them so that it held together. And just kind of trying to make it so we can go out and ride.
Which, you guys, I'm so excited to go out and ride. Little backstory about me, really never got on a two-wheel vehicle in my entire life, like motorized vehicle. Obviously, I've had bikes in the past, bicycles in the past, but a few years back, like we were talking about over here with my 110, Drew found that for me, found a very, very good deal. I also used to live in Flagstaff before we moved down here to this area, and where I learned how to ride was actually at the Cinders. And if you guys know what the Cinders is up in Flagstaff, you know that it's actually just volcanic rock. That's kind of where I learned how to ride. So coming out here and seeing how great this single track is, still learning, obviously, still getting a little bit better. Little side note, Drew's been wanting me to get a 150, so I think that's going to happen soon. So you guys will see that build and kind of that process, because I'm great on a 110. He says a 150 is great. I shouldn't have to go to a 250 or a 300, right? Because that's too much horsepower for me. But anywho, so yeah, I learned how to ride over there. I'm really excited. And coming down here, I've also raced 2 races in my entire life, took 4th place at both of them. And the very first race I ever went to was at Paula Raceway. Paula, or is it Fox?
Paula. Well, same thing.
Same thing. Paula, Fox, you guys know what I was talking about. What was that called again?
The Pit Bike Moto Nationals.
The Pit Bike Moto Nationals. Drew was like, hey, come race. It'll be fun. We're going to do it. Jim's going to come with us. It's going to be a really easy race. You know, there's not going to be a lot of females in the female class. Okay. So I go and didn't realize it was bigger than it was, but I still got 4th, didn't fall, and I finished my race. Do have some behind the scenes footage of that. Never made a video. So if you guys do want to see that, let me know. And while we're talking about it, please like, subscribe, so we can keep doing this. Drew can keep buying pit bikes, and then we can keep building, because one day we're going to get a shop and you guys will be able to see that. So yes, back to this now. How are we doing on the handlebars?
Good. Got almost everything off.
Almost everything off?
Yeah. We run different styles of handlebars. Yours was, when I built yours, I wasn't sure if you were going to like pit bikes or not, so I didn't put a ton of money into it. But
because once again, I learned how to ride on rocks from volcanoes, which is pretty difficult.
Yes. In case people are wondering why I'm putting stock bars back on it, is because I don't know what I'm doing with this thing yet. As of now, it's going on the truck and it's going to be an actual pit bike. And when that happens, that means a bunch of people ride it, most of which don't know how to ride dirt bikes. So you end up with a lot of broken parts. So I'm leaving it all stock until I decide what to do with it.
And voila. Did I say voila too early?
Yeah. We're definitely not there yet. Bam! Look at that. We're getting places.
We're getting places. I did say voila way too soon.
I appreciate your...
My enthusiasm for it.
Bam.
All right. Now can I say voila?
No, you may.
Thumbs up. Voila. We are good to go.
All right, put a battery in it and here she runs.
A few moments later.
That's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
That's a fuel pump.
Okay. Oh my God.
Epic score.
Wow, look at you go.
We scored on this one. We scored on it.
So 10 out of 10. What do you think your score would be?
10 for sure.
10 out of 10?
Yeah, all the bones are there. This thing's gonna run perfect. Same things you're gonna do to it. So you could buy a brand new one on the dealership floor and they're around, boy, I don't know. Out the door, they're probably $4,500 after tax and everything. And then strip everything down and put adult stuff on and you would have the same exact bike.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
Wait, and how much did we get this again for?
$1,000.
How much did he want?
1,600.
High five to that. Oh my gosh. I don't think that I could ever get $600 off worth some shoes, right?
No.
No. But this is awesome. I cannot believe he actually did it. When push comes to shove, he will find a bike off Facebook Marketplace and make it work. So if you guys are looking for bikes, you know exactly who to call. This dude right here, because I cannot believe he did. Actually, I do believe it. I don't even know why I keep saying I can't believe it, because I do believe it. He can make anything run and finds the best deals. How proud of yourself are you?
This is sweet.
This is awesome.
I'm so pumped.
And it looks like we are officially done. Once again, whenever I say we, I always mean Drew. But Drew finished this. He put the plastics back on. He put the seat on. He also put his shifter that you guys can see right down here back on, the new one.
That shifter is 1/10 of the cost of the bike.
The shifter is 1/10 of the cost of the bike.
$150 shifter.
Really? $150 shifter. Anyways, all right. Question is, do you want to go ride now?
Oh yeah.
All right, we're gonna go.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna go ride. We're gonna see how this will do on the single track behind our house. How is it so far?
Pretty sweet.
Nice.
It's actually perfect.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think it's safe to say it's a pretty good $1,000 bike. All right. Question. First thoughts going through there.
Through that?
Yeah.
The suspension's definitely stock. Definitely built for a 9-year-old. And I'm pretty sure this fork's blown, so there's no fluid left in it. So all you can hear is the spring going wee, wee, the whole time. So definitely stock, but it's sweet. End of the road for us. Normally we would drop down this, but not on this unit. It's a little too low to the ground.
Now you know how I feel.
You're way higher.
But not on your other bike, you're higher than me. Well, this is it. This is the backyard. I had zero idea what Drew meant when he said there was some of the best single track out here, but here it is. So, all in all, what do you think?
That's good. It's fun.
Was it worth $1,000?
Oh, definitely.
Definitely worth $1,000.
Definitely.
What was your favorite part about it?
I think accumulation of all of it. You kind of seeing what I go through on a daily basis, because I'm always farting around on Marketplace, and most people don't really realize how much work goes into Marketplace. There's a ton.
There's a ton. And we finally got it running. You picked it up yesterday. We got it running this morning, and now we went for a ride. Once again, this bike, $1,000, changed some things. I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah, it's fun.
That makes me happy. All right, well, guys, we are checking out of this episode.
We're gonna go rip around some more trails. Enjoy this wet dirt.
The wet dirt from the rain, but hope you guys like this one. We'll show you some more of our pit bike adventures. Like I said, maybe I will upgrade to the 150. That will be coming soon, but what do we say again? I'm just kidding. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. We'll see you next time. Later.